Hi, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Miss Melly Flows Vibe Life, my YouTube channel for my tarot readings and my vibe life stuff. So I'm doing equinox readings. So we're hitting a place where the day is as long as the night, or the night is as long as the day, because it's equal. And so this brings up our light and our dark. This brings up our negative and our positive. So there's been a few enlightening things coming from these readings. So I don't do my readings in elements because I'm a bit of a nature sprite. And so I like that elemental thing, that those four elements, the fire, earth, air, and water, actually make up our environment and what we got going on. So this is the earth element reading for the earth signs, or the people with a lot of earth in their natal chart. So have a look if you haven't checked out your nativity. That's where the planets and stars were when you were born, and you can get a natal chart if you look up on the net. You'll find one really easily. But so you can see I've got a lot of fire in my charts, even though I'm a Capricorn. So I am drawn to fire as an element. I've got a Gemini moon, so I might check out the air readings as well, because I've got a lot of air in my chart. So without further ado, I'm going to turn some cards for the equinox, because the season is changing and so do we. People are moving on to October, and I thought we should stop for a second because the seasons are the important bit. Spring is just about to start in the southern hemisphere, is starting now, and autumn, fall in the northern hemisphere. So taking that all into account, I picked a few different decks. I've got a big collection now. Started with one or a few at the beginning of this year, the Greenwood being my main deck, and sort of progressed. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about that season and what it does. So I've got this little chart that came with my with my deck, and so it sort of talks about this period. So when we're talking about the spring equinox, we're talking about fire and wands and the shamans at the center after the world tree. The world tree is at the center, and then we've got 10, so 10 end of cycle. It's actually beginning and end, 1 and 0. Like, we've also got the archer and justice and 2. So the archer is the chariot, like bringing it into your material realm, and our shaman being our magician, like bringing from heaven to earth at this time. And so in the northern hemisphere, if I turn this over, I've got the autumn equinox. So we have the seer and the 9. So this is ruled by water, like, so the water, the seer is our water, our high priestess. And so that's tapping into our exosteric part of ourselves. And we've got reflection, again water, and that is looking back at ourselves and looking at where we've been, and we go through this transition and where we've come from, and holding a mirror to our lives, like without judgment. And the wheel, because the wheel keeps turning. So involved in that is also the sixes as well, so 6 and 9. So we're different for the northern and southern, but we've still got that half element. So I've been reading a few different cards. My little, was it in this little chart? Half a clover, 4-leaf clover. The bit that's left back in the book, which I've had for a good 25 years, 21 years, this one. Okay, might need to sticky tape that back up. Okay, needs maintenance. We all do. Physical world needs maintenance. So I'm going to start with the archer type deck. So I use a lot of decks. I'm going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to show you the box anymore because I was. But this is the archer types deck. And I'm bad with names, so we're not even going to try to remember names. What have we got? So we've got venom. Oh, that's taking a bite. There's some secret stuff. There's the moon inside of that. What we see. Moon, we see ourselves inside of that, the snake that takes the bite of all. In Aboriginal tradition, there's a rainbow serpent. But that venom, I'd be watching out. I'd be watching out for venom that might be coming your way, or you might be a bit bitter. Like, but there's a change, alright, so we'll see what that goes with the venom. Oh, put one back in here. One more from the archetypes deck. Let's see what we got. So, and we have the mystic. So the snake has a rebirth. This is a mystic, and we see the eye inside of there, and we see a rebirth, we see a transformation. The wings are spread out. So this is a mystical guidance, and if you're in something like this page, I guess, you are looking for some mystical guidance, because we're all a little bit mystical. So, next, what have I got? So I've been attached to this heart and soul deck. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'm going to actually read that one. old feelings are resurfacing again, and you'll find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. Don't fight it. Instead, allow these feelings to surface without judging them. They are neither good nor bad. They are simply part of you. Own them, embrace them, love them. The best part of being grateful for the deep and profound healing that is taking place. Bless the past and be grateful for the deep and profound healing that is taking place. All right, earth signs. So deep earth holds deep water. So deep down, all earth signs have these strong emotions down to the core. So old feelings are resurfacing, and that's why we work through them. That's how we work through our bits and pieces. So, all right, that's our heart and soul card. I really love them. They're beautiful. Okay, so I also am pulling cards from the Earth Magic deck. Quite like these. I like a bit of Earth Magic. That's what this is all about. Our little nature elements. 2 Earth Magic cards. What have we got? Oh, you can see it's splitting out. What's it doing? So I'm going to do a full reading today with the, and there they are. There's the 2. So we have a new moon. So by the new moon, there's promise coming. And there's promise in that. So we set our intentions in the new moon, and we have this couple looking at the sunset, like in the moon on the rise. New promise, new love, new hope, new moon. And we've also, so we've got the strength of a new moon, but we've also got the radiance of the midsummer. So we've got strength, a nice passionate sun card in there. All right, Earth Magic. Thank you very much. Okay. And, just out of frame. I've reset this every time. I'm just going to put my couch in. I set this up because I like people sitting next to me when I do readings. And so that's why this is all set up this way. Because you're next to me. And I would have you sitting next to me in the chair space that I have sitting here for you. But here we are. So, might want to refill the tea. But before we do the reading, I'll do that. So, here we go. This is the Goddess Dream Oracle. This is the Goddess Dream Oracle. So this closely aligns to the elements that are in my greenwood. So the greenwood's about the natural elements that we can use around us. What energies have we got? What is the nature of what's going on around us that we can work with? One green, one dream goddess card. Thank you very much for the earth element. Self-exploration, fairy tales and myths. So there's a little bit of dreaming in here. You know, this is the organic beginning of stuff and the mystics and looking for stuff, and there's promise and radiance. But this is self-exploration, fairy tales and myths and dreams, and what are the myths of you? And going through that forest and having a look, you know, enjoying that. What's the myths of you? The legend of your life. You get to make them. Okay, earth element. So, I'm going to be doing a full asthma. There's water, there's rain in the air. So I'm going to be doing a full Romany spread, which is a 12. So it's a 21 cards. It's 7 for how we got here, so the past, 7 for the future, and 7 for the present, and 7 for the future. So this is quite a big reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards and get them out. And then I'm going to turn it down so you can see what's going on. I love how you guys get to see the side of my face. It's not my best side. The other side's got a pixie ear. See, that one's got a pixie ear. Like, born that way. So, okay. So, we're going to do 7 for the now. 7 for what got here. That's right, the world tree. World tree. It's our past. 7 for what got you here. The past, 7 for the present, 7 for the future. So, I'll get them all out and then I'll turn it down so you can see what's on the table. There's where the cards are. Alright, jumping. These cards have been moving all day today for us. Slowed down just a little after 4 reads. This is number 4. The earth, because I do the fire, then the air, then the water, then the earth. 2 more cards for how we got here for the earth element. our practical element. One more for the past leading into now. That's turned up in every reading. Excellent. All right, so the past leading up until now. All right, so 1, 2, 3. My mum says I shuffle odd because I shuffle from the left-handed shuffle, which I do. I didn't realise that was odd until she told me. I'm gonna bring them down just a little on the table a bit. You'll be able to see them in just a second. Just a minute or two. You could fast forward the shuffling. You'll be able to see when they're all on the table if you wanted to. Shuffling's all part of it. I was intending today to do this with a different sort of shuffle, and then they started jumping up and showing me themselves, and I was like, well, if we're that busy and we're that active, it's time to listen to, and one more for that line is the 3. Second time that's ended up on that end of the row today too. All right, one more, and that's, so this is the present, this is where we're going, what the outcomes are, where we're leading to. All right, earth element for the equinox. Exciting decks today, Lemurian, so all ancient. I'm not after all ancient knowledge, it's what I'm into. Old wisdom is where I'm going. These decks are old wisdom, these are pagan deck. There's a Celtic. See, told you, just jumping out. 2 more cards, 2 more to go for the earth element for the equinox reading. Yes, one more. There, I'm just taking 1, not 2. Merry pot you sow. What you put in is what you get out. Triumph. Okay, so what have we got sitting here? Let me turn that down so you can see what we've got on the table. Okay, this is what I would do in a full reading for someone. If you are after a personal reading, I do them. I have them at $120 on my Facebook page, but if you mention the Equinox reading, I'll give it to you for $90. So we can see what we're going for. We go, this is our past, this is our present, this is our coming. So earth element, we start with the journey from ourself. So we talked about the seasons changing, and this is exactly that. So in the middle of this card, there's a door in that tree, because this is you, this is your home, your door, your path. We sometimes weave back on ourselves and on to ourselves, but we definitely feel the season change in our quest and in our movement to find what we're after. So we have the world tree beginning, and a lot of this has been this year, it's been the world is moving. And you've had to be fierce. This is about, this is the Knight of Air, this is the Knight of Arrows. So this is no wasted energy. This is communication, this is finding and sorting things out on the go. This is, you know, no wasted energy in that. This is a predator, so we need to swoop down and get what we need. We get our food and we get out of there. So this is no wasted talk. This is a very assertive talk. This is a knight that's charging in. There's a knight that's charging in to sort themselves. We have the 4 of Cups, so we had a place that you were recycling your own water. You were filtering your own water from one cup to another. So 3 is joy, and 4 is you. 4 is the cup inside of you. And it's how is your cup empty or is it full? So boredom is actually a healing card. What this is no drama. This is not a drama llama. So we remove that out, and what have we got? We've got this nice sitting point that we rest. We rest our emotions. We had the blasted oak in the middle of all this. This is lightning energy, and it happens fast. Everything. You cut things off, it's time to change, and the tree needs a limb to be removed, and it's gone. You can see it earth out, you can see that jump. This is lightning, fast energy, and fast changes in the mix. We then have the Ancestor. So this is your path. This is keeping your eye on your guiding light. Keeping your eye on where you're going. I always think of the footprints thing, you know, I'm carrying you. The Ancestor is there. The Ancestor will be there, you know, to guide us through the forest. So, we have the sun. We have the sun. We have 2 points of radiance here. This is big, bright, beginning energies. This is you bathing in the universal whole. Look, holding out your arms, holding out, taking it in. Taking in, you are 90% of what the cosmos is. Like, we're bathed with cosmic stardust every day. Alright. There's been an injustice. Things were imbalanced. Things have been thrown off. There's been words said. There has been the scale has been tipped. The bow is broken. You know, we're really looking at what have we got. And it's our mind. And it's like, what have we been blinded to? Inside of all of that, though, we're coming into your healing. Alright, so we heal from this. This is a very grounded, earthy card. You see the grounding cord from your ethereal being connected to your earth being, and this is your chakra and the shaman. The shaman's here to heal. This is a time of not just rest, but physical healing. This is time off. This is a bit of time out in the seventh and healing. And so then you've become this nice emotional like heart inside of you. You found that there's the heart of your matter is beautiful, like, and so you come to the heart of you while you've been healing your emotions, healing your emotional being. Good work, earth element. And protecting yourself. So 4 we always see as a rest spot, again with the 4 of boredom, 4 of cups. We see it as a rest point. This one is protection. This is protecting your own. This is protecting your material plane, your house, your home, the everything you have. Like, and this has been, you've been looking after that. And in the center of why you've been doing all of that, there it is. This is the center of the reading. Earth people, earth element. This is the happiness. This is your cup filling over. We've got 2 souls attracted sitting here. We're bathed in it. You see all our cups at the bottom of this happiness, this water, this waterfall. Our cup runneth over. And on top of that, we see it. It's folding with generosity. This is abundance. And you see this floating around. It's all these things coming in, out, the generosity of the cycle, the flow of it all. This is universal and emotional love. Love and abundance coming to you. And there is strength inside of this, backed up by the sun. There's strength inside of this that's backed up with the sun. And we see communication in here. We see the links and we see the hawk again. This is communicating your heart, communicating your cup, communicating your soul. Like, all of these things come together in this card of strength. And you're going to communicate it to the world. So there's a lot of messages coming. This is a page of arrows. So this is Woodpecker, and we are like going to have a lot of information. There's a lot of people coming here, there's a lot of people going there. We're going to talk, we're going to text message, we're going to talk about it all over the internet. We're going to chat with each other. This could be an air sign. A lot of talking going on, very intellectual banter going on. Right? And not only that, that's going to bring you spiritual banter, because coming into our present, we're coming into this spot where we're the stoat. So this stoat is like this little ferret, and it's all over. It's not a little ferret, it's a big ferret, and it's all over the place. It's like, I'm over here, and we're going over here, and we're going over here, and this is like faith. And so we've got all these little messages that are like, we're going to get all these messages, and we're going to find all these coincidences and all this faith. There's a lot of ferrety, there's a lot of movement and energy inside of those 2 cards going on, just there, earth element. So what you need to find is you need to have dedication to your mind, dedication to your projects. All right, this is a time to buckle in, know what you've got, know how to work it. All right, this is a time to get your mind in order and get dedicated to the things that matter to you. All right, so dedication is of the mind, our arrows. Like, it's our last spot in our arrows to be dedicated to what we got. And then we've got the message of the home. So this is the wren, this is the page of stone. So we've got 3 of the pages are on the table in this reading for the earth element. This one here is about making your nest and making your home on your way to that home card, that last 10 card. You know, this is, what do you do to make your nest and make it happy and flourish? So we've got a lot of energy inside of here for our equinox reading. In the middle of this last line is respect. So respect is a man with a very big stick, and he's drawing boundaries. At the end of that stick is as far as he will let you come if you're not friendly. So this is respecting yourself. This is respecting your mind. This is respecting what you believe. This is respecting your passion. Like, because you've come a long way, baby. We've broken away from things. The world has changed. You've had to really communicate yourself hard. Alright, we followed our path. The sun is shining, and we have abundance. And we have another rebirth. So death is rebirth. This is the end of an old cycle. This is the end of, this one was cut free. This lightning energy was cut free. Alright. this also is cut off, but it's the end of a cycle. There's an end of the beginning. We take what we have, we take the bones of who we are every time we end something, and then we start again and we feed off that and we give ourselves more. So we then have at the end of this, so we've had our queen here, and she's been sitting here healing, and she's got the generosity and she's got all of that. And now we have the king, we have her king sitting there, we have the deer. This is euphoric. This is a euphoric energy. This is the strong, masculine and emotional man that is, you know, is a carer and a provider and looks after their young and looks after their family, but is engaged in that emotional oneness of themselves, like and connectedness to themselves. So this is a great card in coming into your emotional self, an emotional man perhaps coming into your life and connecting with that. We have, last but not least, in the end of this is the joy, this is a triumph card, this is the harvest. What you put into your spirit is what you will get out. What you put in, what your vibrational frequency tuning you put in, you will get out. So this is the end of a cycle, but we literally have gone that, yeah, it's an end, but straight up it's euphoric, and you are going to get the outcomes in your new beginning that you put in. What you reap, you sow. So, people, I really hope that you enjoyed this. I would love for you to hit like and subscribe and share it with your people and into groups that might be into it. These are very pagan reads, and this is a traditional Romany spread, which I will do in a personal reading again. If you're interested, let me know, get into my inbox in my Facebook, Miss Melly's Flow. I also have the group Hot Tea for the Soul, Miss Melly's Flow, and that is where I post a lot of these things. A lot of my stuff is hot tea because this is a hot tea from your higher consciousness, from the source, from the universe to you. I really hope you enjoy them. I'm going to be changing them ongoing. There'll be different reads, different cards, always with the Greenwood, and we'll step out with those decks because I really am aligning with a lot of ancient old kingdom stuff. I really enjoy you being here. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next read.